Warning, this video could kill you. Kind of. Hey guys, welcome back to my garage. Tonight I'm doing the biggest pain in the ass so far on this build of my bike, and that is removing all my mistakes of powder coating. Anything that I put super chrome or transparent brass on really came out terrible, and it was nothing that I want to mess around with again, or at least not until I get some better experience or maybe some better equipment. Anytime I had the gold, it would drip or fall down, and the super chrome will not come off with any sandblasting or stripping materials that I have, except for some really aggressive chemicals. Now, let me show you what I'm talking about. If you look over here on my wheels, you'll see the gold has already been stripped off a little bit with some basic rapid strip remover, but the chrome that's under it is not coming off. Now, I've had to sandblast the shit out of this, and it takes, like, for this little section of about, I don't know, what is it, 6 or 8 inches, it took maybe about a half an hour just to do that piece. Now, for a full 15-inch wheel with both sides, not to mention the insides, you're talking hours and hours and hours of effort. Now, over here on my rotor, you can see right around here where the transparent brass kind of pulled up on all the edges, and that did it almost everywhere. It was almost like I was putting the powder coat on way too thick, but with the powder, it's so tough to get an even, consistent coat. Not to mention the substrate of the chrome will really throw off how it's going to attract. So at this point, I'm going to strip off everything I can with my really aggressive chemical stripper, and we'll see what I can go with from there. All right, guys, so whenever you're working with harmful chemicals, you have to protect yourself. I always wear my safety glasses whenever I'm in the shop just because I want to protect my eyes, but that's not enough. You have to make sure you're always wearing long clothes or long sleeve shirt, long pants. If you have an apron, that's always a good idea. But you also need a face shield, a respirator, and it's always a great idea to have long, thick chemical gloves. Now, these gloves you can pick up for like $7 at Harbor Freight, and they're not really disposable. I mean, they're thick and they'll last a long time. So you need to make sure you protect yourself. Basically, latex and hospital gloves are not good enough. You can wear them under your stuff, but you need to wear something on top to protect your hands and your eyes and your face. All right, let me show you what happens if you think nitrile gloves are strong enough to use against this chemical powder coat stripper. I'm going to use my gloves. I'm going to put this on. All right, guys, so moving outside to my stripping little setup here, I'll show you how I have it. I have a 3-bucket system. The bucket on the left is the actual chemical stripper, and I just take my parts and I dunk them in, and they sit in there until they're freaking done. The middle bucket is my water rinse bucket number 1, and that white like residue, that's just the chemical that's been rinsed off. And then my third bucket is a fresh water bucket to make sure that everything is completely decontaminated and it's safe for the touch. Is once you take that stuff out, it's still aggressive. You can't get it on your fingers or anything like that. Now, for the parts so far, the hub right here, you can see has been penetrated through, and the chrome is finally coming off. Now, it's slowly but surely coming off, but with all these nooks and crannies, which are really, really hard to get into, I don't care if it takes a full week. As long as it gets done, I'm happy. The gold front hub here, I just threw that in yesterday. The gold is slowly coming off, but I can see a little bit of the chrome is also eating away. And the sprocket in the back, that's 2 stages or 2 coats of super chrome. So that's going to take a really long time to come off. And realistically, if it takes too long, I don't care because I already replaced the sprocket. I just want to use it as a test piece. All right, cool. So after I get all these parts stripped and sandblasted, I'm going to throw on my next level of powder coat, and that's going to be the Illusion Spanish Illusion Series Spanish Fly powder coat, which should give me a gold transparent 2-coat color with much less headache and hassle of the 2-stage paint that I was using before. Also, it'll be a lot easier to remove if I make any more mistakes, but hopefully I won't. After that, I do have to do the gas tank, and I think I'm going to be able to sandblast right through that because it's just a standard paint that's on there. I just got to fix a dent. And I did order a dent puller from online, not the shitty Harbor Freight one that snapped like 6 times. So we'll see how that goes. I'll keep you up to date. But for now, I'm just going to keep stripping, and hopefully we'll get through a lot of these parts by the end of the night. Thanks.